Hello guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Learn English Zone, where learning meets storytelling. Today's story is called A Stranger's Kindness. It's a gentle story about being lost, being scared, and discovering the power of a single kind action. This story is written in clear, slow English, perfect for English learners at all levels. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. Part 1. Lost and alone. The sky was gray, and the streets were wet with rain. Emily stood on the corner of a busy street in a city she didn't know. She looked around, confused. Her phone battery was dead. Her wallet was gone. She had taken the wrong train, and now she was far from the hotel, alone in a big city with no idea where to go. She took a deep breath and looked at the street signs. They were all in English, and even though she had studied English for 2 years, at that moment, everything felt difficult. She could understand some words: station, street, cafe. But she felt nervous, and her heart was beating fast. She walked slowly, looking for something familiar. A cafe, a small shop, maybe a police station. But there was nothing, just people walking fast, umbrellas in hand, not noticing her. Emily sat on a bench near a bus stop. She opened her small backpack. No charger, no map, just a notebook, a pen, and a snack bar. She felt tears in her eyes. I should have stayed with the group. She whispered to herself. She wanted to cry, but instead, she tried to stay calm. I can do this, she said quietly. I just need to ask for help. The kind face. She looked around again. Many people passed by, looking at their phones, rushing to work or school. Then she saw an older woman sitting a few meters away, under a red umbrella. She looked peaceful, sipping coffee from a paper cup. Emily walked slowly toward her. She was nervous, but tried to smile. "Excuse me?" Emily said softly. "Can you help me?" The woman looked up. Her eyes were kind. "Of course," she said. "Are you lost?" Emily nodded. "I don't have my phone. I don't know where I am. I need to get to City View Hotel. Do you know it?" The woman smiled. "Yes, I know it. You're a bit far from it, but don't worry. I can help you." A simple conversation. Emily sat beside her. "I'm Emily," she said. "I'm from Korea. I'm here for a school trip." The woman smiled. "Nice to meet you, Emily. I'm Helen. And I believe today is your lucky day." Emily laughed a little. She liked Helen already. Helen pulled out her phone. "I'll call a taxi for you. But first, let's get you something warm. There's a small cafe nearby. Come on, it's just around the corner." The warm cafe. Emily followed Helen through the rain. They entered a cozy cafe with soft music and warm lights. They sat down at a table near the window. Helen ordered 2 hot chocolates and a muffin to share. Emily looked around. People were laughing, working on laptops, reading books. It felt safe. Helen smiled. "You'll be okay. Sometimes we feel lost, but then we find kind people, just like now." Emily's eyes filled with tears, but this time they were tears of relief. Emily's thoughts that night. Later, safe in her hotel room, Emily opened her notebook. She wrote, Today I was scared. I was lost in a big city. But I asked for help, and someone kind helped me. Her name was Helen. She gave me hot chocolate. I want to remember this day forever. Maybe one day I will help someone like she helped me." She smiled, closed the notebook, and whispered, "Thank you, Helen. You made the world feel kind." Part 2. The Message. The next morning, sunlight filled Emily's room. The city no longer looked scary. It looked beautiful. She thought about Helen, her kind face, her warm smile, and the hot chocolate. Emily opened her notebook and tore out a clean page. She began writing a letter. "Dear Helen, thank you for helping me yesterday. You didn't know me. I was a stranger, but you showed me kindness. You made me feel safe. You even bought me hot chocolate and called a taxi. I will never forget that. You reminded me that good people still exist. I hope we meet again someday. With love, Emily." She folded the letter and added a drawing of a little umbrella. Then she placed it in an envelope. Emily went back to the cafe where they had sat. She showed the waiter a photo she had drawn of Helen's red umbrella. "Yes," he said. "She comes here every morning. She sits in that same spot." Emily smiled. "Can I leave this letter for her?" "Of course," said the waiter. "I'll give it to her." A surprise reply. 2 days later, Emily returned to the cafe with her classmates. They were eating sandwiches and laughing. Emily looked around, half hoping to see Helen. Then the same waiter came to her table. "Are you Emily?" She nodded. He handed her a small envelope. "It's from Helen," he said with a smile. Emily opened it carefully. Inside was a short note. "Dear Emily, you have a beautiful heart. Thank you for your kind words. Sometimes a simple thank you can light up a person's day, just like your letter lit up mine. Here's my phone number. If you ever feel lost again, call me. I'll be there. With kindness, Helen." There was also a small card with a quote. "One act of kindness can change someone's whole day." Emily smiled wide. Her heart was full. A new friendship. Over the next few days, Emily and Helen exchanged messages. Helen sent her photos of the city. Emily sent her photos of her school friends. They weren't strangers anymore. They were friends. Before leaving the city, Emily met Helen one last time. They hugged tightly. "Thank you again," Emily whispered. "No," Helen said. "Thank you. You reminded me that kindness matters, no matter how small." A lesson for life. Back home, Emily told her classmates the story. She made a presentation at school called Kindness in a Big City. She even started a school project. Students wrote kind notes and left them in random places: cafes, buses, parks. One day, a classmate found a note that said, "You are not alone. Someone cares. Keep going." And it made them smile. Just like Helen's kindness once made Emily smile. Part 3. Years later. A special visit. It had been 5 years since that rainy evening in the city. Emily had changed. She had grown taller, more confident, and now she was a university student. She studied literature and dreamed of writing her own book one day, a book about kindness. But there was one story she could never forget: the story of Helen and the little coffee shop. Back to the city. It was summer break. Emily decided to return to the same city, the place where everything had started. She packed her bag, booked a small hotel room, and took a train to the city. Her heart beat fast when she arrived. Would Helen still be there? Would she recognize her after all these years? The empty table. Emily walked to the old cafe. It looked the same. The green windows, the smell of fresh bread, the cozy chairs. She walked inside. The same waiter was there, a little older, still smiling. Emily asked, "Is Helen still coming here?" The waiter looked at her for a moment. Then he smiled warmly. "She hasn't been in for a while," he said, "but sometimes she visits. You can leave a note again if you'd like." Emily sat at the same table by the window, the one where she once drank hot chocolate with a stranger. She took out her notebook and began writing. "Dear Helen, it's me again, Emily. I never forgot you. In fact, I came back to say thank you one more time. That day, you changed my life. You taught me how simple kindness can change someone's whole world. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're still smiling. With love, Emily." She left the note with the waiter, just like last time. He called. That night, Emily sat in her hotel room, looking out at the city lights. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. "Hello, Emily. This is Helen. Are you still in the city?" Emily's heart skipped a beat. She quickly replied, "Yes, until Sunday." A moment later, "Would you like to meet tomorrow? Same place, 10 a.m. A sweet reunion. The next morning, Emily dressed carefully. She arrived at the cafe early, her heart racing. At exactly 10 a.m., she saw her, Helen, older now, her hair more gray, but her smile just as warm as ever. They hugged. "You've grown so much," Helen said. "You remember me?" Emily whispered. "I could never forget." Two friends, one table. They sat down, ordered tea and hot chocolate, and talked for hours. Emily told her about school, her dream of writing, the kindness project she started. Helen smiled proudly. "You turned pain into purpose," she said. "You gave me hope when I felt lost," Emily said softly. They laughed, remembered the rainy night, and talked like old friends. A promise. Emily took a deep breath and reached into her bag. She handed Helen a small, homemade book. It was titled, "The Coffee Shop Dream, A Story of Kindness." "I haven't published it yet," Emily said, "but you're the first person I wanted to give it to." Helen's eyes filled with tears. "This means more to me than you'll ever know." A goodbye, not the end. As the sun set, they hugged again. "I don't know when we'll meet again," Helen said. "But we're always connected," Emily replied. Helen held her hand and smiled. "Kindness never forgets, and neither will I." Emily walked away, her heart full. She turned back one last time. Helen waved. Emily waved back. The end, but also the beginning. Back home, Emily started writing her second book. It was about finding hope in strangers and turning small moments into powerful memories. She never forgot Helen, and somewhere in the city, Helen kept the little book by her bed, a reminder that one act of kindness could grow into something beautiful. Thank you for listening to A Stranger's Kindness. We hope this story touched your heart and helped you practice your listening, vocabulary, and understanding. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Learn English Zone, and share it with someone who loves English and inspiring stories. We have many more beautiful stories waiting for you. See you in the next video.